I'm in my car, parked at a gas station, typing this on my phone because I can't face going home yet. I'm 38, a logistics coordinator, and my world just shattered. My wife, Jenna, and I have been married for 10 years, together for 14, and I thought we were happy. 2 kids, a house in the suburbs, family vacations to the beach every summer. But now I'm questioning everything, and I need to get this off my chest. Reddit, I'm a mess, and I'm hoping you can help me figure out what to do next. Jenna's 36, a nurse at a local hospital, always the one to make everyone feel cared for. We met at a mutual friend's barbecue, hit it off over her obsession with spicy food and my terrible attempts at grilling. She's the kind of person who'd stay up all night with our kids when they're sick, who'd plan surprise date nights just to keep things fun. Or at least, that's who I thought she was. The past few months, though, she's been different, and I was too dumb or too trusting to see it. It started around 3 months ago. Jenna began working extra shifts, or so she said. She'd come home late, sometimes after midnight, claiming the hospital was short-staffed. I'd offer to pick her up, but she'd insist on driving herself, saying she needed the alone time to decompress. Her phone started buzzing more often, especially at night, and she'd mute it or flip it over when I was around. I asked her once, jokingly, if she was texting a secret admirer. She laughed, said it was just group chats with her nurse friends, and I let it go. I didn't want to be that guy, the paranoid husband. Then the late-night texts got weirder. I'd see her phone light up at 2 a.m., and she'd grab it quick, like she was hiding something. One night, I caught a glimpse of a message before she swiped it away. Just a heart emoji, and the name Chris. I asked who Chris was, and she said he was a new nurse, just a friend, and I was reading too much into it. But my gut was screaming. I started noticing other things. Her taking longer to get ready for work, wearing perfume she hadn't used in years, and once I found a new pair of earrings in her purse that I didn't buy her. Last week it all came crashing down. It was a Tuesday night and Jenna said she was pulling a double shift. I was home with our kids, Lily, 8, and Max, 5, helping with homework. Around 9 p.m., I went to the garage to grab some tools for a project, and I noticed Jenna's gym bag in the back seat of her car. The messages were a punch to the gut. Miss you already. Can't wait for tomorrow night. You make me feel alive. There were photos, too. Jenna in a hotel room, smiling in a way she hadn't with me in months. The texts went back weeks, talking about meeting up during her shifts, sneaking away to a motel near the hospital. Chris was her coworker, a doctor she'd mentioned in passing, always with a casual tone. I sat there in the garage reading until my hands were shaking, feeling like I'd been stabbed. I didn't confront her that night. I put the phone back, went inside and tucked the kids in, acting like everything was fine. The next day, I called in sick and followed her. I know it sounds crazy, but I had to know. She left the house in her scrubs, but instead of heading to the hospital, she drove to a diner across town. I parked a block away and watched her meet Chris. Tall, polished, the kind of guy who looks like he belongs in a medical drama. They sat in a booth, laughing, touching hands across the table. I wanted to storm in, but I just sat there, frozen, until they left for a motel nearby. That night, when Jenna got home, I was waiting in the living room with the burner phone on the coffee table. She walked in, saw it, and her face went pale. I asked, "How long?" She tried to lie, said it was just a work phone, but I read out one of the texts, word for word. She broke down, sobbing, saying it started 6 months ago, that Chris made her feel seen, in a way I didn't anymore. She swore it wasn't love, just an escape from the stress of work and parenting. She begged me not to leave, said she'd quit her job, go to therapy, anything to keep our family together. I told her to sleep in the guest room. I couldn't look at her. The kids were already in bed, thank God, because I don't know how I'd explain this. The next day, I found a hotel receipt in her car from 2 weeks ago, confirming everything. Chris even had the balls to text the burner phone again, not knowing I had it, saying he missed her touch. I wanted to smash the phone, but I just turned it off and hid it in my toolbox. Now I'm stuck. My family's asking why Jenna's been quiet, why we're not planning our usual fall trip. I haven't told anyone yet, not my parents, not my brother. The kids keep asking why Mommy's sleeping downstairs. Jenna's been crying every day, leaving voicemails when I don't answer, saying she'll do anything to fix this. But every time I close my eyes, I see her with him, laughing at that diner, living a life I didn't know about. I keep wondering what I did wrong. Was I too focused on work? Not romantic enough? How do you miss something like this for 6 months? Reddit? I'm lost. Do I try counseling and give her a chance for the kids? Or do I walk away from 14 years and start over? How do I even begin to trust her again? And how do I keep this from breaking our kids? I just want this pain to stop, but it feels like it's only beginning.